up, family? CTR Media Network. Yeah. Best in the biz. Yeah. Join the team. CTR is who we are, the media network, that's the best by far. Whether you listen at your home, at your job, in your car, come get the information that's needed above par. Never lasting, motivational podcasting, giving you the answers to the questions that you're asking. Serious talks and topics, how to come up and profit, how to better yourself. Your health is here, we got it. Reaching 350 million, they tuning in. We in 50 different countries, we all can. And like-minded, find your purpose and your assignment. Come get your fix, your feel, your mental alignment. Get active and speak to the masses. Build your influence all levels and all classes. Now you know you can monetize and grow. CTR Media Network, start the show.
Hello everybody. I am Dr. Tina J. Ramsay, the host of the Tina Ramsay Show and podcast, and I want to personally invite you to be a featured guest on our show. Our show is all about motivating you, sharing knowledge, having uplifting conversations centered around business, wellness, education, and life. We introduce you to some of the most amazing standout entrepreneurs and influencers that are truly making a positive impact in the world. It is your time to shine, and we are helping you do that. So what I want you to do is just click the link in the description below so that you can be a featured guest on our show. Because guess what? It's time for you to come share, shine, and grow, but on the Tina Ramsay Show. We want to give a shout out to our CTR Media Network sponsor, Terry Coleman from GlobalKeyCapital.com. Global Key Capital is a lender specialized in customized financing solutions. They pride themselves in being one of the industry's most reliable and proven lending groups. At Global Key Capital, their customers are their number one priority, and they strive to provide all of their clients with competitive pricing, unbeatable customer service, and stress-free processing. If you are looking for your next dream home or investment property, give Terry Coleman a call at 866-325-6267. Again, that number is 866-325-6267. GlobalKeyCapital.com. Alrighty. I hope you guys are like, following, sharing, subscribing, because I have another amazing special guest for you. All right. Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Tina J. Ramsay, and you are watching the Tina Ramsay Show. You know, in person at the 5th Annual All-Star Conference. And we have yet another amazing guest from this conference that is also an author. And we have the amazing, the epic, the phenomenal Netasha Reed in the building. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's truly my pleasure to have you. And you are a very impressive young lady for the fact that you have an extensive resume. And so tell me, what is it about Netasha and how you can help our viewing audience? And start with one of your amazing things, and then we're going to work our way down.
Okay. All right. So I am, for those of you who don't know me, I am Netasha B. Reed. I am a serial entrepreneur, and I stress that, a real serial entrepreneur, and I help other entrepreneurs start, grow, and fund their businesses. I'm also an author. I'm also a mother of 5, a grandmother of 13.
Grandma?
Yes, I am. So
okay, we're going to have to go back to that because you don't like nobody grandma. Okay, yes. I digress. Go ahead, Netasha.
Yeah, so that's just my intro right there. That's me. Wow. Now we just go from there. What part you want to know about?
First of all, you don't look like a grandmother, but we're going to get on that a little bit. But when you said the title, because we hear a lot of people say this serial entrepreneur,
right.
You know, and to be honest, a lot of people say it, but they're not truly a serial entrepreneur. So with you being a serial entrepreneur, explain to our viewing audience so they can understand what that really means, and then give them examples on what you do as a serial entrepreneur.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So when I say that I am a serial entrepreneur, and I say I'm a real serial entrepreneur. I own multiple businesses in Georgia and in Texas. Okay, so I own brick and mortar companies. So one of my companies that I own is called Jazzy Lady Printing. It's a printing company, and I see she's bringing some of my work over here. Some of the retractable banners and the things that you see that some of the authors have here. My company did provide that. Some of the table covers we did do Dr. Kamika Henson's stuff. So we have a retail print store in Georgia and we have one in Texas. We also have a printing warehouse. That's one of my businesses. I own two franchise companies. I own a crew nightclub hookah lounge franchise, which is based here in Georgia. I own a original hot dog factory franchise that was also based here in Georgia, but I opened up both of those in Fort Worth, Texas. And I own four tax offices between Georgia and Texas. I own a car lot, two event centers, a selfie studio, and it's probably something else that I'm forgetting. So when I say I'm a serial entrepreneur, I truly am a serial entrepreneur. I have brick and mortar business. All my businesses are up and active and actively making money. We have staff and we have systems in place. I don't physically work in any of these businesses. I just grow out and grow the businesses and start new businesses. I'm passionate about what I do, write my books. I'm an author. I'm a business coach and I'm a mentor. So that's what I really spend my time doing right now is helping other business owners, mentoring, and doing my programs outside of running my businesses.
Okay, people. This is a drop the mic moment, but I need to keep the mic. So just imagine that I'm dropping the mic because this young lady here is definitely a serial entrepreneur. Did you hear all those multiple streams of income of real viable brick and mortar businesses? Now, when you say, because I know you have brick and mortar, so with your printing company, do individuals have access to your business online that they can order your stuff?
Yes, absolutely. So we're physical and we're online. You can find us at jazzyladyprinting.com or jazzyladyent.com.
Wow. Okay, so she has mastered the art of being brick and mortar and click and order.
Right. Definitely takes that.
So she made sure she got both of them, all right? And so when you actually started your businesses, right? Did you just start multiple businesses all behind each other? Did you start, build, and grow one business at a time? And what was that thing that made you say, I want to do this? Because I see that you're very diverse in your entrepreneurship. And one would think, okay, these are so many different types of businesses, but yet you are successful in each individual business. So what goes on in Natasha's mind that our viewing audience can benefit from? Because one would say that you couldn't do that, but you
Right.
showed them that you could, and you've done it over and over and over again. So again, go back to the first question because I'm very fascinated with this. You decided to do one business first and scale it up, or you did more than one?
So it did start with one business, which was my entertainment company, Jazzy Lady Entertainment and Promotions. Um, I started off managing artists, having talent, doing tours and bookings because I own nightclubs. Also, I forgot to say that. So, yeah, Crew is one of them, but I've owned other nightclubs outside of that one. And so that's how I kind of got started with the business. And that led to me opening up a printing company because I was spending a lot of money on promotions. CDs at this time, we were doing CDs, a lot of flyers, posters, things like that for tours and for my artists and stuff. And so I ended up starting to just buy the printing equipment. And so that's how my printing company came about, which led into management and just a full service entertainment company where people saw what I was doing for my personal clients and then they wanted me to do that for their clients. So I just started putting a price on it and it kind of went for there. But I'm going to jump back just to tell you where my motivation comes from in my vision. So I'm able to do all of this because of the vision and the goals that I have for my life and the goals that I have for my kids' life. So I started having kids when I was 13 years old. By the time I was 15, I had two kids. By the time I was 21, I had all five of my kids. So I've always been in a position where somebody has always depended on me. Yeah, so my whole goal is to break generational curses and to build a legacy for my kids. Like I know one of the speakers was saying earlier today, my whole thing is when I'm not here, my grandkids are gonna be like my great great grandmama Tasha, did this. Like when my family for generations to come, they're gonna know that I'm the reason that they're living a certain lifestyle that they're living. So that's my goal with everything I do. Now, the reason I do so much is because I'm definitely money motivated, people motivated, but I'm a Gemini and we kind of get bored. We be all over the place. So, and we're multitaskers. So when we don't have multiple things going on, we get bored. And if we don't, we either can do good or we can do bad. We either go good or we get in trouble. So that's where the flexibility comes from. I think that's something that Geminis, it comes natural to them. So I actually do it. I'm not going to say it's stress free, but I do it to where it's not a big hassle where to be for other people, just juggling so many different I guess, different lanes of business from taxes to printing to real estate to event spaces to car lots to all of these things that I have to keep juggling in my head. So, but my end goal is the reason that I'm able to do it, that I never get tired. Like I flew in at 1 a.m. I got in last night at 1 a.m. to come to, so I can be here at the conference. Because at first I wasn't going to come. Then I was like, well, let me just make it happen because I live in both states. So I live here in Georgia, but I also live in Texas. So I'm a rambler. So I don't know if I answered your question, but
No, you did, and you also brought up some more points that I want to touch on. So we're gonna go back a little bit, go
Okay.
back in time. We're gonna go back onto the Natasha history
Okay.
because I feel that you leave breadcrumbs of experience that our viewing audience and our listening audience can listen to, because I feel that everyone's story allows and experiences allow a window
Mm-hmm.
of your life, your story, okay? And you're an author, so you understand the power of someone's story. So I'm gonna go back
Okay.
to when you said that you became a mother at what age?
13. I had my first child when I was 13 years old.
Okay, so one would say, based on the statistics of what happens with child mothers or childhood mothers,
Teenage
the
mothers.
teenage
Yeah.
mother, that you're gonna be a statistic. Gonna
Right.
be you're not going to have this, your children are not going to be successful, you're not going to be successful. But what I find very remarkable is that you prove that stereotype wrong over and over and over again. So what I want the viewing audience to understand is that whatever you're going through or whatever experience that you have do not dictate your future. You do. Because she had the same scenario that another mom that may have been 13 years old that felt like life gave up on her. But she took that experience and looked at it as an opportunity for her to set her children up for the best future and also yourself. And so it's always remarkable that you can have two people with the same situation and they go different courses. And
Absolutely.
you're remarkable in the fact that you do that, and you give credit to being a Gemini as well because you get bored. But you could have just not done anything. But I see things, right?
Mhm.
So let me just say this right here. I saw a young, determined woman saying, I'm not going to be what they're going to say I'm going to be. And then you went on to build multiple viable, lucrative streams of income, and you redid it. But I also see that you're a very smart woman,
Yeah.
okay? Because on the hand, you say you started entertainment, you're promoting. You're a problem solver because, and you're smart with money. Because listen, when you said that you started a printing company because you had to print something, da, 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 you solved your own problem, but then you coming on solving other people's problem. Then you said, da, 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 and then I did this, and I said, then she did hot dog. You know, people like to eat. Okay,
Yes,
so
definitely.
even though you seem like you're all over the place, you weren't all over the place. You was
Right.
solving problems as you go, building the exact plan that's needed in order for you to be have somebody else run your business, because you also said you are an author and you love speaking and coaching. So many entrepreneurs
want to figure out how they can let someone else be the CEO
Yes.
of their business and live the dream that they want to dream. All this kind of stuff get me emotion for the fact that when you meet someone who figured it out.
Mhm.
And so when have you ever sat back and just think about what you created?
Absolutely. So every day, when life happens, because
Mhm.
life does happen. I mean,
Yeah.
life just happened 10 minutes ago for me. I keep going because I have so many things to be happy and grateful for. That's one thing I can say right now, that God's grace is definitely over my life. I couldn't have done anything without God. So let me just say that.
Amen to that.
Um, I give all the credit to Him, but I mean, we're just so blessed and we take a lot for granted.
Mhm.
So I practice a lot of gratitude, like no matter what. And I just always wanted to be the proof that it can be done. And so that's what I teach to my kids too. You know, I have 5 grown kids. They're all entrepreneurs. I want to throw that out there. I promote
Okay.
entrepreneurship. So they're all entrepreneurs doing successful in their businesses. My youngest daughter made close to $500,000 last year. And I'm proud to say that I am a self-made millionaire. Yes,
Yes.
from the bottom up. And I just be real humble. I haven't always been like this, but yeah, over the last 4 years, this is what I do.
Okay, now she just glossed on over that, right? And you know you're not gonna do it on Tina Ram's show. You ain't finna just gloss over this history making moment. Because many times we look at the celebrities, we look at the big influencers that we see online. But I always say it's these unsung heroes like you that we need to be to follow in your footsteps because you are I and I am you. You know what I'm saying? And so the fact that I want the viewing audience to understand that you change your history. This is what legacy looks like. Many of us throw around that word legacy, legacy, woohoo, t-shirt, legacy, legacy, and don't even understand what it means. Okay? She is a walking representation, Natasha. You
Thank you.
are a walking representation of what legacy looks like. And even if life gives you lemons, you made lemonade. And not only did you make lemonade, honey, you about to stand the franchise, the
Okay, so
company,
I
the
done planted a
printing.
lemon tree.
Girl, you plant a vineyard.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what you
I planted
did.
a tree.
And
Yeah.
so I'm just like floored and I'm also very humbled to be in a room with someone that has this that that has accomplished this but yet is so grounded. So how do you remain so grounded? Because you're so grounded.
Because God can take it away. I've always been a type to make money. So I've always been a grinder. My kids put that in me. I've always been a type to make money. Over the last 4 or 5 years, I've been able to keep it and keep
Amen.
some of it and grow it and multiply it. So I just know that you can lose it all. I've been there. I've had like in the same year, I've had a whole bunch of money, and by the end of the year, I don't have anything. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So you just have to be very humble. Now, I'm a coach too, so I'm humble, but I'm also like put it in their face too,
Yes.
because you have to let it be known. But I think I'm really grateful. I think if you always stay in gratitude,
Hmm.
I'm always in serving mode. I'm always resolution and problem solving. You know, that's just what I would like to focus on.
Hmm.
One thing that I always teach is life is going to always throw you obstacles.
Hmm.
And this is one of my speaking terms. I do obstacles and you turn them into opportunities. So anytime something happens in your life, there's definitely a blessing and a lesson in there, and you just have to find it. It's how you react to the things that go on in our life. So whatever comes at me, and it does on the daily, I'm talking
Hmm.
about financially, emotionally, everything that I do. I'm a self-educated Black woman. So my schooling, I was a nurse for 10 years. I did chemotherapy. So my schooling background is not in business; it's in the medical field. So everything that I try to put out there and teach. I just want to show people that whatever obstacle you come about, that you need to find the blessing in there and find a lesson and kind of try to move forward. I never point fingers. Like whatever it is, I take responsibility for it. You know, I could have been a whole bunch of things. Like I could have been a statistic, and people would have been okay with that. You know, and that's how I start off one of my speeches based on statistics. I shouldn't be standing here before you today. I should be somewhere living on Section 8, and the world would be okay with that based on where I come from. But I wasn't okay with that. I wanted more, and I knew that I deserved more. And over the last 4 or 5 years, that's me beginning to just love myself. I was able to start helping more people develop a mindset of growth. And I think that's just what it's been given, just really keeping a positive attitude no matter what. Like, and that's one thing I push. They be like, "Are you crazy?" Like, I just be like, "Let it go." I'm talking about I can lose tens of thousands of dollars, and I'll be like, "Oh well, lesson learned." Keep it pushing because I don't dwell on things that I can't do nothing about. And there's like, and I don't beat myself about things. Like if I make mistakes, I made a mistake. I'm gonna learn for it. I'm gonna keep going, and I'm not going to beat myself up about it. And I'm just gonna try my best not to do it again.
Mm, that's powerful. You said so many great things in that. But first of all, with mindset development, and I can hear it. You're very monotone, like very self-assured, self-aware, and confident, and you don't find that every day. And the fact that you understand that some things are just out of your control and sometimes we just overthink things. And I love how you change obstacles into opportunities,
Absolutely.
because usually when we get an obstacle, it just ruins your whole, it's like a wheel, a wheel, right? But you chose to take that O obstacle and turn it into another O, which is opportunity.
Absolutely.
And so that mindset help you manifest the life that you know that you deserve. And what I want the viewing audience to, because I know they're probably saying, okay, so how can I do what you're doing and understand and be self-aware that I'm worthy? Number one, because you understand that, and number two, how can I utilize some of the same mindset development that you exemplify into their life when they feel like they're a statistic? And so, um, in regards to your coaching, what type of things that you coach, and you don't have to go all into detail, deep detail into your strategies, because you're gonna have to book her, because you know I don't do that on this show. You're gonna have to pay her. But however, what are some things that ones can expect when they want to get in contact with you for your coaching, being that that is really your true passion while you're on this earth? Because I can see when you talk about it, your face just light up. So what can they expect?
Okay, so with my coaching, I have a three-part success system, and I call it my millionaire blueprint. My most successful students are in all three of my programs. So my first program that I do have, so this is for you guys. So I have a community called Start Grow Fund. So if you go to startgrowfund.co, it's a free community for entrepreneurs, and I offer free courses and just community networking and things like that. Is the best way to get in contact with me personally, and to just get with me on a one-on-one basis. But my three-part success program is my 10-week business course that I offer twice a year. And it sets the foundation for business, because business is business, running a business, right?
Yeah.
So my 10-week business course sets the foundation for business and what you need to get started and to get in business. And then I have a 12-month mentorship program where my students are with me for 12 months. We meet several times a month, and we also do quarterly meetups. And it's called Manifesting Millions Mentorship, and it's where I help entrepreneurs. I help anybody, you don't even have to be an entrepreneur, how to manifest and create the life that you desire based on your own terms. And then the third part of that wheel is my tax program. So what I pride myself on right now is helping families, men, me and my son-in-law, we real on this right now, because we're taking a lot of the dope boys, the weed dealers, the dope dealers, we taking them off the street and we putting them behind a computer, and we're giving them tax training. So I have a tax training program. This year I have over 60 people that I train to become tax preparers. This year it's going to be life changing. last year I had over 25 tax preparers, but I had over 15 people that did close to six figures in their tax business. I had people that made $40,000, $50,000 in 90 days. So it's life changing. So with my three-part success system, you need the business. Everybody wants a business, but our problem is we don't know how to run a business. We don't know the foundation and the structure, the things that's needed to keep the business going. And then we get all of this training, we go to the business course, and then we don't have no money. So that's like when I first started my course, I was doing a 10-week business course, and I teach certain things, but they still couldn't really do anything because they didn't have the funds to come in. And that's when I was like bringing in the tax program. So then I brought in the tax program and started teaching everybody how to get the money to fund their business. So everything that I do is funded by my tax business. Well, heavily funded by my tax business. My printing companies, they pay for themselves, but my tax business is the one that bought me 2 franchises. My tax business is the one that allows me to have a 25,000 square feet event center. The tax business is what changed my life. The tax business is what allowed me to change my kids' life. All of my kids do taxes. So that's where they came in at, because now they need the money, because now that we have the knowledge and everything, we still can't get none because we can't get funding, we can't get anything. So now they need the money. So the next problem, so every time you come up when you solve a problem, it leads to another problem, right?
Yeah.
That you usually have to solve. So the next problem was, once I gave these people the tax money, then they wasn't doing right. Some people was getting in trouble with the money. They didn't know what to do with the money. They didn't know how to keep it or whatever. And that's where my mentorship program comes in at. Because once you build up this money and you got it, now what? Because some of us are still ignorant. We still don't know what to do. We've never had this amount of money in our lives. You know what I'm saying? You got people making 24,000, 25,000 a year because they make $2,000 a month. So for them to make $25,000 in 1 month,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They're going crazy. So that's where my mentorship program came in. We teach how to buy assets, and they buy land, and we teach them how to build generational wealth and build up their families. We teach life insurance, we teach trust, and we mainly teach the mindset. So what I've learned is, over the longest time that I've been in businesses, I learned that there is a proven system to success. Every millionaire, billionaire, they have a certain mindset. They do things in a certain way. And if you intentionally do things in a certain way, that you will become a millionaire. I don't let nobody go against me with that, because I'm proof of that. You know what I'm saying? It took me to leave all my family in Texas, move to Atlanta 4 years ago, love on me, get myself together, get my mindset together. Then the money was a byproduct of that. The money came after, so we have to work on ourselves, get the foundation set and our mindset together, and then the money is coming. The money is the reward. The money is the byproduct of doing everything right, of doing things the right way, having a correct mindset, staying positive, staying in gratitude. The money is the after effect. The money is the after effect. And I always tell, in this class, I tell them, God tells us that if we practice the principles, we can participate in his promises. So God promised us a whole bunch of stuff, and we're not going to get it if we're not practicing the principles. You know what I'm saying? And so if you look and do research, I study the wealthy, and I study millionaires and billionaires, and they all do certain things in a certain way. I pray, I meditate, I eat right, I stay positive, I stay in gratitude mode. I have a positive outlook on everything, and I can honestly say that that's what changed my life.
Wow. Well, Netasha, I want to thank you so much for being a featured guest on the Tina Ramsay Show at the 5th annual Authors All-Star Conference. We are live and in person. And if you want us to come to your event or anything near you to interview you live like this amazing young lady, make sure to get in contact with us with CTR Media Network. And also, Netasha, before we go, please give them your website so they can get in contact with you.
Okay, you can reach me at natashabreed.com. Netasha is Netasha, or you can reach me at startgrowfund.co. That's really where I want everybody to go. There's a lot of free resources for you guys. It's a free community. Startgrowfund.co.
Awesome, you guys. This is not the last time you're going to see her. So we have to go right now, because we have to go in and show some love in the conference. Because guess what? CTR Media Network team is actually going on talking about media and podcasting. So it's time to go. Talk to you later. Bye.